The case of theft, kidnapping, extortion, and defeating the ends of justice. Theft of precious stones, impersonating Hawks police officers, a hijacking of a truck on the N12 highway, and a theft of its load. The death of a male in Brakpan and the subsequent disposal of his body in Niger Maryvale Dam. The three members implicated in all these serious crimes are part of Brigadier Mkhwanazi's Specialized Services Unit.
Are you at page 21, Chief Mapiyeye, of your statement?
That is correct, SC.
And at that page 21, you then start a new chapter called Criminal Activities by Members of the EMPD.
That is correct, SC.
Can you take us through the contents of that chapter? On my reading, you reference 5 criminal cases, and we will deal with each one in turn. You have numbered them accordingly. So if you could start at your paragraph 71. Thank you.
Thank you, SC, Commissioners. On page 21, that is the criminal activities committed by members of EMPD. Number 71, some members of EMPD are under investigation for various serious crimes, including murders. These cases involves the criminal conduct of 3 members of EMPD, and they are from a former team which was called SWAT, which is headed by Brigadier Mkhwanazi. I will highlight some of these cases below, but Commissioner Spies, who is also going to give much more details on this case, he will speak much more on those 4 or 5 cases.
Thank you. That then brings us to your first case.
The first case, how we manage, Commissioner, to pick up these cases.
Apologies, before you do that, can we, you have a heading in respect of that case. Let's just put that heading on record, and then you may proceed to address the commissioners in the manner you intended.
Case number 1, the case of theft, kidnapping, extortion, and defeating the ends of justice. That is case number 315-7-2022, which was opened in Benoni.
Thank you. You may then address the commissioners on what you wanted to say.
How we managed to pick up some of these cases, it was because of this blue light saga case. We had now to move to IPID in pursuant of this case of the blue light saga. When we were then at IPID, the executive head of IPID, she then indicated to us that you came with this Blue Light Saga case. We've got a lot of other cases against your own members. So these are some of the cases which she then presented to us. At high level, she did not give us the statements by themselves because those cases were still being investigated by IPID. So as I've indicated that Mr. Spies will go much more in detail with those cases, but that was the first case. I don't know whether I must go to the second case.
Perhaps just you have 2 small paragraphs in respect of that particular case on your statement. If we could just dispose of that before we move to the next case.
Page 21, paragraph 73, the above case which I've spoken about now. This case involves the conduct of 3 officers. This case, it alleges that the officers have robbed the premises of the complainant in Merton. Here, I don't have the details of exactly which was taken from there. So
Understood.
That is the case number.
Understood, accept. Thank you. You may proceed to the next.
The third case, Commissioners, is a murder case which took place in Brakpan, committed during April 2022. This case involves the death of a male in Brakpan and the subsequent disposal of his body in Niger Maryvale Dam, where it was subsequently recovered by SAPS. Once again, the 3 officers were implicated in this case.
Chief Mapiyeye, this one you don't have a case number. It just says Brakpan. Is it? What does that mean? That you don't have a case number here.
It's very interesting, Commissioner, because even when we went to IPID, we were not given the case number. But with the further developments, I will believe that Commissioner Spies ought to have received now the case number of this case.
Thank you.
Please continue, Chief.
The fourth one is a Bedfontein truck theft under false pretenses. That is case number 86 of 2023. This case involves the conduct of 2 officers. It's the same officers whom were involved in the others, but this one, instead of them being 3, here there were 2 of those same officers who were involved in this matter. It concerns a hijacking of a truck on the N12 highway and a theft of its load. That's the high-level summary I can give to that.
Thank you.
As I move to the
Please proceed
the last
to
one.
The last one.
The next case is a theft of precious stones, impersonating Hawks police officers. That is case number 79703-2023, which took place in Hillbrow. This case involves the conduct of at least 2 of our officers. From the 3, 1 was not part of that. I cannot confirm he was not part of it because he could have been there. But on the initial stage, I can confirm 2. And also, yes, the 2 of them. This case was involved our officers gaining access to the complainant's property in Killarney, Johannesburg, under the false pretenses, claiming they were there to investigate lithium smuggling and then proceeding to rob him of 54 kg of certain semi-precious stones. It became...
Apologies, Chief. There is some words in parentheses at the end of that paragraph. I don't know if it's sagilite or
that is sugarlite stones.
Sugarlite, it's called sugarlite stones.
Yes.
Personally, do you know what kind of precious stones those are? Or?
Commissioners, I've seen a picture of those, but I'm not an expert in knowing exactly what kind of a stone is that. But I've seen a picture of those.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
Paragraph number 82, I became aware of this case when a letter of demand was served on me during August 2023 by the complainant's attorney advising of the intention to institute legal proceeding against the Minister of Police and EMPD, demanding payment of 45 million rands in damages. That is when I became aware of further development about this case. Paragraph number 83, a copy of this letter is attached, marked JM24.
If I may, Chief Mapiyeye, your JM24 that you reference in that paragraph, if you refer to the bigger file, the file of annexures, it appears at page 112. If I could have you open it, please. Have you located it? 112. And it's marked JM24, as you state in your paragraph.
Excuse me, I've got it, SC.
Okay, then we can go back, deal with the contents of your paragraph 83, and to the extent necessary, you can cross-reference to the annexure. Thank you.
Page 23 on paragraph 83. A copy of this letter is attached, marked as JM24. Attached to the letter are still pictures of the accused members extracted from the house CCTV footages. In these pictures, the members are clearly identifiable. Unfortunately, I do not have access to the original letter with color pictures. IPID was, however, provided with a color photographs and have this in their docket.
And your JM24 has got annexure starting from page 117, which unfortunately are in black and white, and we cannot make out anything. Could you turn to 117? And it would take you up to page 122. Now, you state that the original letter had color pictures, and from those pictures you could clearly identify the members of the EMPD who perpetrated this crime. Correct?
That is correct, SC.
But that the original and the color photos have been submitted to IPID.
That is correct, SC.
To the extent that you can recall, looking at the copies that we have, do you confirm that if we obtained the color photos that were submitted to you, we would draw the same conclusions? We would see what you want us to see, which we cannot on the current annexures because they're in black and white.
That is correct, SC.
Thank you. And now that is your fifth and last case that you gave example of.
That is correct, SC.
You may continue.
On paragraph 84, notwithstanding Brigadier Mkhwanazi retain these members in his team, and they continue to operate as EMPD members. 85, the three members implicated in all these serious crimes are part of Brigadier Mkhwanazi's Specialized Services Unit. including officer.
Don't say the name,
The
please.
name I just keep at the time of the commission of these crimes that has since resigned from the service. On paragraph 86, as Commissioner Spies will elaborate further during his testimony, the disciplinary processes initiated against these members were continuously frustrated internally, and they were reassigned to their substantive positions and their service weapons restored to them.
Thank you, Chief Mapiyeye. That then concludes your chapter on criminal activities committed by members of the EMPD.